Today we would learn to create a simple HTML program. As we had seen in the previous class, HTML is a markup language, means it is made up of various markup tags. These tags start with a less than sign, name of the tag and greater than sign. So these forms a tag. There are various HTML elements present which are used to form the various HTML pages. Now these HTML elements are formed of HTML tags. Every HTML tag starts with a less than sign like this. Then the name of the element, suppose I type here HTML, and then greater than sign. So these form the opening element or opening tag of the element. The name of the element is HTML and this is the opening tag. To make the closing tag, we have to again type this less than sign, then forward slash, then the name of the tag and greater than symbol. So this one is called as the opening tag and this is called as the closing tag. So an element is made up of opening tag and closing tag. Some elements doesn't have closing tag. They have only the opening tags. These are called as empty tags. Now, every HTML page consists of this HTML element or HTML tag. The presence of this HTML opening tag means that here our program or here our HTML page is starting, and this it is called as HTML closing tag. It indicates कि यहाँ पर our HTML page is ending. In between these two, we have to do the coding for the entire page. Now, every page in HTML we divide into two parts, head and body. So, corresponding to head and body section of a page, there are head and body parts in a HTML program. In the head part, we will include the title of the page and other details, and in the body section of the page, we include almost everything which is to be shown on a web page. So, a HTML page consists of two parts, head and body. So to design this head and body of a web page, we need to have head and body elements of a HTML web page. So within this HTML opening and closing tag, we would type there head and body section. For that, I would put my cursor here, press enter. Now here I would type that head. This head opening tag indicates here the head section of our HTML page is starting. Then head closing tag indicates कि here a head section or head part of the web page is ending. So this head closing tag indicates कि यहाँ head section is ending. Then we would have a body section. This body starting element indicates कि here the body section of our web page is starting. And to indicate the end of the body section of a web page, we would have a body closing tag. Now, in between these head tags, write the coding of the head part of our web page. Whatever we need to include, the logo of the organization, the name, anything, whatever we need to put in the head section. In this, between these body opening and body closing tag, would do the coding of all the things that we need to put on our web page. So these head section and body section should be within the HTML element, and whenever we are opening head, it should be closed before the body starts. We have to just keep in mind, before starting the body tag, we need to close the head tag. Generally, in the head tag, we put the title of the page. Title means the text which appears on the title bar here. This is the title bar. So whatever the text you want to show on the title bar of your web page, that would put in the head section. So I would type here title. So this title is included between the title opening and closing tag. This is title opening tag. Now I will type the actual title of my web page. Suppose I give the title my first web page. Then I close this title tag. This indicates that this is the title of my page, and this title is included between the title opening and title closing tag. Always this title is placed in the head tag. Apart from that, if you want to put some heading and anything else, you can put on in the head part. After that, we put the coding of the body part. In this body part, we can show anything, any audio, video, text, image, anything can be shown in the body part of the web page. Now, generally we are having the heading tags, that is starting from H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. These heading tags are used to put certain heading on our web page. Here H1 represents the biggest heading, H2 smaller than H1, similarly H6 is the smallest one. So I would use here the tag H1. To put certain heading of my page, I use the tag H1 heading 1. Then I can put the heading, suppose I type here heading 1. Then I close this H1 tag. Again I type here something else in H3 tag. We can use either H1, H2 in any order, any number of times. There is no foundation कि H1 के पहले H3 use नहीं कर सकते या we have to use H1 then H2 and then only H3. There is no any order set. We can use them anywhere, any number of times as per my requirement. So after H1 I am typing H3 and I will type certain text here. This is heading 3. Then I close this H3 also. So what I did till now, I had created a HTML document in which I had included HTML opening and closing tag. This HTML opening and closing tag has head part and body part. In the head part, I had put the title. In the body part, I had simply put two headings H1 and H3. Now, this is the simplest page that we had designed. We can do to go for more complex and complex one. But before that, we'll learn how to save it and execute it. So this much is done. Now I'm saving this document. So I would go on File. I would click on Save As. When I click on Save As, the Save As window would open. Now on this window, I would select the path where I need to save this file. So I would select D drive. D drive, I want to save it in this HTML docs. Now here I want to give the name of the file. Means by which name I want to save this. So I would write here my file. Now whatever name you want to give, you can give any name. But after giving the name, you need to put the extension .html. By default, you can see it is showing .txt because it is a txt text file, that is a notepad file. So it is having the by default extension .txt. But since we are making HTML file, HTML web page, HTML program, we need to give the extension by ourselves. It is compulsory and it is very important to note this step, because many times we are skipping this step and after that we are saying कि हमारा program नहीं बन रहा. So while saving, after typing the name of the file, we have to put a dot and then write here HTML. So As we type .html, this file would become a HTML file instead of a text file. After typing my file.html, I would click on save. As I click on save, you can see there would be no effect on this file, but at the location where we saved this file, I would save this file on D drive in the folder HTML docs. You can see that my file is having the icon of web browser. The default web browser, उसका जो icon होता है, that is with the name of the file, and बाकी सारे text documents का icon ऐसा होता है. So this indicates कि now ये हमारा एक web file बन गया है. It is a web file. You can see in the type also. At present, the default web browser is Microsoft Edge in this system, so it is showing the type Microsoft Edge HTML document. Now, as we click on this file, you can see it is opening in that web browser only. It's taking a time to open. Now you can see this is the file which we had created. हमने एक प्रोग्राम बनाया था, उसके corresponding जो HTML file, the web page बना, this is the web page. What we did in this, you can see, हमने क्या किया था, heading में दिया था my first web page. Now you can see that heading is appearing in this title bar, my first web page. After that, we had in the body section we had put h1 heading 1 and h3 this is heading 3, and you can see here this heading 1 is appearing in the largest font and this is heading 3 is appearing in the smaller font. So जो भी HTML elements के tags के बीच में लिखा है, that would only be shown on the web page. These HTML tags which we had typed there, they would not be shown. जब हमारा वेब पेज बनेगा, वेबसाइट बनेगी, तो ये सारे टैग्स शो नहीं होंगे. इसके अंदर जो कंटेंट है, जैसे टाइटल का क्या था हमारा, दिस, सो दिस टाइटल इज appearing in the place of the title. So these HTML elements are only to inform the web browser कि इस टेक्स्ट को किस तरह से शो करना है, ये टेक्स्ट एक्चुअल में है क्या. This title tag would inform the web browser कि जो title tag के बीच में लिखा है, that is the title of the web page. It should be shown on the title bar. This h1 indicates the web browser कि this is a heading 1. Its size should be this much and it should be bold. So all these HTML tags inform the web browser how to represent the text or image or audio or video. These would not be represented on the web page. The things which are returned in between these two would be shown on a web page. I hope it is clear now how to create a web page. We have to type the program on Notepad file. While saving, we have to save it with the HTML extension and then we have to open it in the web browser. So it would show the desired results.